can create a listing, or there is options to find the create listing button in many different places. So it's right here on our home screen. You can also click the drop down menu here, create listing there. And then if you're on the mobile, it's going to look a little bit different. There is this switch here where you can go from buying to selling. And in this drop down, create listing there, or again on the main page for the mobile there. So lots of spaces for you to find the create listing, but let's go ahead and create a listing together. So let's click here, create listing. Okay, so we're going to talk through everything that you need in order to create a listing. So first you're going to choose your category. Right now we are strictly selling Pokemon cards. Now this is just Pokemon cards, so no other Pokemon stuffed animals, other games, other memorabilia. We are strictly selling cards. So if you try to sell something Pokemon that is not a card, it won't go through, it will get taken down. Again, so right now we are just selling Pokemon cards. Then you're gonna go ahead and click your auction date. So the next one we have is March 9th. Let's click that one. Then you're gonna fill in your estimated price range. This is what you feel comfortable selling your item for. So what do you think your item is worth? What's the range? Let's say mine is going to be between $50 and $100. That would be something that I feel comfortable selling my item at. You're going to be given two options. Would you like to sell reserve or absolute? If you click reserve, this item will not sell unless you hit that reserve price. So if my reserve price, let's say I want, $50 to $100, I am going to set my reserve at 50. If the highest bid in the live auction does not reach $50, this item will not sell. A couple things about reserve. Now, once you set it, you can adjust it in real time during the live auction. So let's say I have my item and someone has bid $40. I'm able to adjust my reserve in real time during the auction to $40. Now, even if I adjust my reserve to $40, that doesn't mean it won't sell for the initial 50. It could still go. People could start bidding and then maybe you get more than 50. But you can still adjust that reserve in real time. If I'm going to sell something absolute, that means that my item will sell no matter what bid is made. One important thing to note about absolute is if your item is ranged under $20, you will only get the option of selling absolute. So if you see right here, you don't even get the option to sell reserve if this item is under $20. It does say right here, so any item will sell when any bid is made. Items that fall under $20 will automatically be sold as absolute. So this is just for you to see kind of what you think your item is worth. If it's under 20 and you see you're only getting absolute, that is not a mistake. Any item that is under $20 will only be sold as absolute. And then just make sure you fill in both of these price ranges so you don't get an error message when you go to update your listing. We'll keep my first numbers in there though. We'll say my price range is a 50 to 100, and I'm going to sell reserve. My reserve price is going to be 50. So again, reserve, you're going to set that reserve right now. And if it doesn't hit that, your item will not sell, but you can adjust the reserve in real time. And absolute means it's going to sell to the highest bidder no matter what, unless your item is under $20. In that case, it will always only sell as absolute. Okay, then you're going to upload a photo. I would suggest adding as many photos as you can. You want to put in as much information in these listings as you can to help your item sell. Show the buyers what exactly you have. So let's find an item here. Okay, so again, I would suggest adding as many photos as you can. Really show off your item. Show the front, the back. If you can do any sort of zoom in or close shot of it, you really want to give your buyers, the best chance of seeing your item, what you have. Also notice there is a minimum and maximum size. We do want to make sure those pictures are clear so that they can see what they're getting. You'll also notice there's an option to embed a YouTube video. There is some information here to note. You cannot just copy and paste the URL. So there's a couple steps on how to get that. We can walk through that together. But what you're going to do is click share on YouTube, choose embed, and copy only the video URL inside the SRC equals field. So you cannot paste the full code up top. So then you're going to paste that link in here, and let's show you how to do that on YouTube. Okay, so I have my video. on YouTube, and I'm going to click share. Then I'm going to click embed. And then I'm going to find just this right here. I am going to copy and paste. And there you go. I should have a video ready to show off my item there. All right, then we're going to keep going. You're going to give your item a title. So let's see, what did I put in there? There we go. And then make your description quite informational. Again, put as much information as you can on there. Really help the buyer because they are going to look at this before the auction. They're going to look at this during the auction. They're going to see what exactly this is. So put in as much information as you can there, again, to really help your item sell. I'll just put in new for now. Then you're going to put in sealed or singles. You can put in more information. Is it graded? What language? You can select from the drop down there, and then put in your shipping information here. So we don't have one at the moment, so it's going to ask for one. For right now, we'll just put in free. But you can obviously adjust that for yourself. Okay, then you're going to click I certify that this information is accurate. So once I click publish, if there's something wrong, it will flag it and I'll need to adjust that. But once I click publish, it's going to show this green bar up here that's being reviewed. This isn't going to take too long. There we go. It's already published. But we're just checking that it's accurate and also appropriate to be put on our website. Also, if let's say you're listing you're creating a listing, maybe you don't have the photos yet or something, or you're looking for more information, you can also save as a draft there at the bottom and come back to that later and it will show up here. But right now we have upcoming and there is the item I just listed. So congrats, you have created a listing on BidZoo.